We're back for another video. Bitcoin enthusiasts and investors, brace yourselves for some electrifying predictions. According to analysts at Bernstein and renowned market expert Tom Lee, the future of Bitcoin is shining bright. They forecast that Bitcoin could soar to an eye-opening $200,000 to $250,000 by 2025. Historically, Bitcoin halving has triggered significant price surges. By reducing the award for mining new blocks, halving events creates a scarcity effect, boosting Bitcoin's value over time. According to the Bitcoin protocol, the maximum number of Bitcoins that can be created is at 21 million. As of March 2023, approximately 18.9 million Bitcoin have been mined, meaning that there are around 2.1 million Bitcoins left to be mined. So is $200,000 an ambitious target or realistic projection? Let's dive deeper into what these projections mean for investors. What does a Donald Trump presidency help crypto and Bitcoin? Trump has promised to make America the crypto capital of the planet with a pro-Bitcoin agenda. From replacing SEC Chair Gary Gensler to proposing a national Bitcoin reserve, his policies could ignite another crypto revolution. Donald Trump has nominated Paul Atkins to lead the Securities Exchange Commission to support the cryptocurrency industry. In 2017, Atkins took his advocacy a step further by joining the Token Alliance, a cryptocurrency advocacy group, and has publicly praised Bitcoin as a revolutionary technology. He's argued against overregulation, stating that excessive rules could limit the potential of digital assets. But Atkins isn't just talking the talk. As the CEO of Patomac Global Partners, he's actively consulted with fintech and crypto companies, further cementing his support for the sector. His firm's involvement with major players like FTX, although controversial, shows his deep engagement with the crypto world. Picture this: a crypto-friendly Congress passing groundbreaking legislation and a booming Bitcoin mining industry powered by supportive policies right here in the US. If confirmed, SEC Chair Atkins' leadership could bring clarity to the regulatory landscape for digital assets. From Bitcoin ETFs to decentralized finance, his approach could foster growth in the US crypto market, helping to reduce the regulatory uncertainty that has held back innovation. Trump has proposed the idea of national strategic Bitcoin reserves, similar to the strategic petroleum reserve, which could lend legitimacy to Bitcoin and potentially increase its demand if implemented. I want to go ahead and point out the chart for Bitcoin and what it means basically from a supply and demand standpoint, where buyers have been showing significantly. Many people and pundits believe that Bitcoin does move relatively to a supply and demand theory, meaning that when you have an overabundance of buyers with a specific range, you can see them holding up specific values. As of recently for Bitcoin, Bitcoin has had a huge move after the election, moving from its highs at around the $73,000 level all the way to its $109,000 highs. One thing's for sure in the most recent daily charting for this, that Bitcoin has had significant amount of buyers interested in its price at $91,000. You can see that being an emphasis because every single time in these past couple days, starting on November the 26th, buyers have held Bitcoin significantly the first time, a second time on exactly December the 5th, and now a third time coming in on exactly December the 20th. Meaning that every single time that Bitcoin has dropped down to this $91,000 level, we've seen significant buying. What does that mean for you? Meaning if I am a buyer looking to purchase Bitcoin at a specific price, I wouldn't want to necessarily buy at the $109,000 levels if I do have aspirations of hitting $250,000. I want to see Bitcoin re-dip back down into the $92,000 range for me to reload, or if I believe that Bitcoin can go down further, I'd look for a nice potential buy-in at $85,000. Under $85,000, we do not see a significant demand for Bitcoin all the way up until the $67,000 range. Looking at a volume standpoint, we have seen that Bitcoin has decreased its overall value, overall peaked after the election. So we're going to need major catalyst events in order for Bitcoin to actually translate to move over the $109,000 level. I strongly believe in order for Bitcoin to hit $250,000 by the end of 2025, we will need major players to recognize the currency as a stable one. Of course, it helps that you have multiple politicians and powers actually recognizing Bitcoin as a potential asset, but we're going to need a lot more people to adopt Bitcoin. Many vendors will need to accept Bitcoin as a form of payment, furthering its importance. I'm sure you know it. You can't go to Target to purchase anything using Bitcoin or any other major retailer. We're going to need major adoption in order for this asset to actually move forward. More politicians and higher ups will need to adopt the Bitcoin to ensure public trust as an asset. The only thing preventing Bitcoin from having the volume necessary for it to be moved is when more people are actually using the asset. The market cap of Bitcoin will need to double its amount at 4.5 trillion to hit that $250,000 projection. Currently at its price point, the current market cap for Bitcoin is at 1.93 trillion, meaning if we wanted to move further up into the $250,000 level, we would need to have the market cap doubled its value. So my overall remarks. Yes, it is very certain and very possible that Bitcoin can hit $250,000. It's a step in the right direction that we have major politicians and players making major moves on it, but we're going to need more retailers to trust Bitcoin as an asset. Due to its volatility, I can see why Bitcoin is having trouble getting that traction because looking at how it reacted after COVID, dipping down into the $16,000 range, we're going to need a major shift in actual public trust in order for this to move forward.